Hello, class. We are going to look at some features on MindTap and talk a little bit about how some different things work. So when you were in course content, you signed up through MindTap at the very top up here in this class, and that was your direct link. You bought a code from the bookstore and you entered your code here, or you could actually purchase your code by clicking here and purchase your code through here if you did not have financial aid. If you have financial aid, the best way is to buy it from the bookstore, then get your code number from the bookstore and enter your code in here. You had 2 weeks free to give you time to get your financial aid and get your books and everything. But this is how you can connect into MindTap. If you are in your each week, I've also connected MindTap for you. So you just click on each of the areas and it'll take you directly to the activity. So you don't have to actually go into MindTap and try to find the activity. It's here for you, ready to go. One thing, and I sent an email out about it, is when you are watching a video, you have to be very careful to make sure to watch the entire video and then answer the questions. After you watch the entire video, it should change the button down here to say submit answers for grading. If you do not watch the entire video, then your answers do not get submitted to the instructor. So you have to watch the entire video. They're not very long. They're usually 5 minutes or less. So if you have submitted your answers without watching the entire video, then your responses did not get submitted to the instructor. You have to make sure that you have played the entire video, then submitted your answers. So please be aware of that. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing that and let you know that if you go back to the course content, go into the MindTap code directly, you can, and this is another course. I just want to show you this because it helps you to understand how to get to some of your grades and read some of the notes that I have for you. If it is a MindTap project that I'm grading or a test or something like that, once you open up the MindTap, it'll have all the chapters listed here. So you can open your grade book and you can look and see what is available. Let me see, it's having some problems right now, so let me try to reopen it. May need to reload it. See if it's going to work. This is a practice shell they gave me. Okay, I think it's working now. So if you had a quiz, you could open your quiz, and right here it says view, it has attempt. I just kind of guessed on these answers. I made a 20% on this quiz, and I can view my answers here. So it'll take a few minutes to load up. It tells me I got this wrong. So I can look at this and see it's incorrect. And this tells me a little bit about what the correct answer is, why this answer is incorrect. And if you'll notice, if you click on this, it'll come up through ethical considerations. So it then opens up to that page in the book where you can find, where is that in the book? Where can I find that answer? So I'll know next time to get where to get that answer correct. So that helps you to find the right answer for next time so that you'll know. Because some of these you can take more than once. So you may want to go in there and look for that. So that's a good way to help you on the quiz. But you can go through each of those and find that. Another thing with this is the case study, just like I was telling you about. Let me find the case study that I was looking at. It might be this one. Okay, you can see I was in one of the video case studies. I did not finish watching the video, and I did not, so I wrote in my information, my answers, and I clicked submit, but I didn't finish watching the video. So it still says attempt 1 in progress. So as a teacher, nobody can score this. So I have to go back in, finish watching the video, or maybe even restart it, and then see if my answer is still in there. If not, I re-put my answer in there and then click submit. So if you see this attempt in progress, you know you haven't completed it, okay? I also did a polling activity, and I made 100% on this, and I can view, and I can see, did the instructor leave any notes for me or anything? Another thing that you can look at, when you come over here, you can click on each of these arrows. If you see a check mark, you look over at the check mark, it means you submitted that. Over here, this one does not have a check mark. So that means I did not submit it. So if you do not see a check mark beside your activity, you did not submit that. So that's a good way for you to check and see, did I submit it or not? But you can check each of your items here in Cengage. So be very careful before the week is over to come into Cengage and see if you're working on chapter 4 or chapter 3. Look and see what chapter you're looking at and make sure that you have submitted. When you click on the chapter, it will open up and it'll show you everything that needs to be done. Some things are just a chapter to be read or some documents to look at, so there's nothing to actually do. If it is something to be graded, it will say down here, counts towards a grade. So that's really important that you get that done. So anything right here. So for this down here, I haven't even started this yet. And this counts towards a grade. And this L means this is when the late submission is going to happen. So I've got to get this done before this date. So I need to make sure that I get on this chapter 2 and get this done, this activity, before the due date. So it's not started, but I've done this activity. So it's finished. So I hope that answers a few of the questions for you in this Cengage MindTap as far as grading and submitting some assignments.